Good morning and welcome. I think should we stop and start to sing the Christmas carols again? Happy holidays, everybody. Thank you, Bob, and thanks the Revere Chamber and the local business community for their unflagging support. I was remarking to somebody this morning, actually, on my way in, that February of 2007, February of 2014, it looks like we're going to have an election here in Revere. And February of 2007 was when I actually started. My good friend and mentor, Bob O'Malley, the general manager of Suffolk Downs, he passed away in February of 2007. And that's when I told the owners at Suffolk Downs I'd come back and help them out for a few months on this gaming project. So that's going to be 7 years in February, and it's been more than a few months, but it's been great. It's been very worthwhile, and one of the reasons it's been so worthwhile is the support that we've had in the local community. And I guess it proves, as much as anything else, if you're part of an institution, part of a business that's been there for 78 years, certainly there's a local legacy, and we've seen that local legacy with so many of you and your support of Suffolk Downs. So I've been asked to just give you a brief update of where we are this morning in the process. And I know all of you have lives and have your own businesses and things that you have to do, your families to take care of and things like that. You probably don't follow this all as closely as we do. But we are now in a great partnership with Mohegan Sun, and you'll hear from Peter, Paul, and Tracy. Not Peter, Paul, and Mary, but Peter, Paul, and Tracy. Sorry about that. From Mohegan Sun in just a minute, and they'll tell you more about their approach and how they do business. So how we got to where we are is on November 5th, we had ballot question in East Boston and a ballot question here in Revere. We were very successful in Revere, overwhelming support in the community for gaming development at Suffolk Downs, not so successful in East Boston. And we did not have a gaming partner at the time of the ballot questions. We had lost our prior partner in October. And our friends from Mohegan Sun, who we've worked with for the last 4 or 5 years in various capacities, as they were pursuing gaming in Western Massachusetts, and we're pursuing gaming in Eastern Massachusetts. In fact, Mohegan Sun and Suffolk Downs are 2 founding members of the Massachusetts Council on Compulsive Gambling's Responsible Gaming Initiative. We've actually worked together with the Mohegan folks for a long time. They lost their ballot question in Palmer, Massachusetts, and lo and behold, we were able to get together and form a partnership to move forward on the Revere portion of our property. Okay? So Mohegan Sun is now applying for a gaming license in Massachusetts. It's been found suitable by the Massachusetts Gaming Commission. Suffolk Downs has been found suitable by the Massachusetts Gaming Commission. It's a strong partnership. We have a lot of shared values. In some ways, we may be stronger now than we were before, and we're very, very happy to welcome Mohegan Sun to Revere. So, guys, thank you very much. And the only other update I have is that we will, as part of the Massachusetts Gaming Commission's decision to allow us to move forward on the Revere portion of the property, which, by the way, we have 52 acres in Revere. We are leasing 42 acres of that to Mohegan Sun for its gaming development. That's larger than the Wynn Everett parcel. It's larger than the MGM Springfield parcel. It's certainly big enough to do everything that we have to do. So if anybody has any questions about that, I'm happy to take them when this forum is over. And obviously, as we have for the last 5 or 6 years, any questions that you have, we're happy to answer. But we will be having another ballot question in Revere, likely in late February. We are finishing up an amended host community agreement with Revere, and so hopefully within the next couple of months we'll have another ballot question in Revere. So if we're out there knocking on your doors or asking for your support again, thank you in advance. You've been very supportive so far, but we're looking forward to that and the next steps. Mohegan Sun filing an application by the end of this month, a ballot question in Revere in February, and then a decision by the Massachusetts Gaming Commission on awarding the license by April of next year. And to tell you a little bit more about Mohegan Sun and how it works, our next speaker is a gaming advisor and project coordinator for Mohegan Sun. He's been with them for several years. Pete Schultz. Pete, come on up.
name is Pete Schultz, and I'm the project coordinator in the development department, where I've been since 2006. Prior to that, from the years from 2000 to 2005, I was the vice chairman of the Mohegan Tribal Council. We took Mohegan Sun from what it was in phase 1 to phase 2, so that was a period of development there. So, and we are late in Palmer. We've been out in Palmer for the last 5 years, and we've done some pretty good outreach there. And actually, what we're going to do today is a version of that. Probably, I would say that when you look at your previous procedures and the previous partnership, which is a particularly fortuitous partnership for us, as Chip pointed out, and actually I worked with Paul Evans on that problem gaming commission for like the last year and a half or so. It is fortuitous, but we could have never foreseen that we would end up here, but thank God that we are here. Here we are in Revere, and so off we go. So what we're going to do today is that what characterizes us is that we're a working company. We're kind of like a blue-collar company. We're not a large corporation. We don't parachute in from Las Vegas. We're kind of like authentic. We're real people, and we're going to get down to business. And we're going to get down to business fast. So what we're going to do today is a version of our working at, working with. Working with is our purchasing department, which is Paul Supernop, who heads up our purchasing department. Also here from our purchasing department is Helen Shockley, our vice president of purchasing, Pam Massey, and then Jack Cummings from our purchasing area. Tracy Wilson is going to cover our points program. Now this program is where we can share the wealth from the casino, which is a source of jobs and economic development in the local area. The calculation is probably somewhere on the order of $100 million in terms of business to local businesses. We do buy locally, we purchase locally. We've been doing that for a long time before it became popular. But this points program is something new where people, our customers, can go take their Momentum cards, their Players Clubs cards, and redeem them at area businesses. And we signed up, I don't know, over 100 businesses in Palmer. Hopefully we have a very short time frame here, and we're hoping to get a bunch of signatures today. So really, what we're doing today is a version of that working at, working with, and as we kind of set up a storefront and get going here, we have a very compressed time frame. A lot to do in a very short period of time, but we'll get it done. So our values are transparency. Our values are, blue-collar values, hard work, transparency. Any questions that you have, we'd be more than happy to work with you. I'm going to have to turn it over to Paul and Tracy that'll kind of go over the program with you. What we'll do is kind of come out to you and work our way through the handouts that are in front of you that explain the program in terms of the points program and also in terms of our purchasing process. So we'll probably spend about an hour, hour and a half with that. So without further ado, turn it over to Tracy.
Hello everyone, thanks so much for coming out today. I appreciate your time, and I hope to get to know each and every one of you as we kind of walk through our time together with Mohegan Sun over here. As Pete had mentioned, I'm really kind of spearheading the Points Partnership Program. I'm going to give you a little bit of history on me so you know who I am, and that way when we reconnect later on, you'll have a little bit of familiarity with me. I am essentially a day one employee. I started with Mohegan Sun in 1996 before the doors opened. Was very involved with the development of pretty much ground floor everything in their hotel reservations. I had people directly made contact with both guests and internal guests. But through that, I also had a significant stint with my regional marketing and sponsorships, which was my final stay there. I decided to leave in 2010 to start my own business, my own marketing business. And recently, Mohegan Sun called me back to help represent Mohegan Sun in the Massachusetts Project. So I'm very thrilled to be here today to talk to you about, one, as a person who's been with Mohegan Sun since its inception, the property is great, the business is great, the people that I work with are great, and as Pete had mentioned, we're really grassroots, we're really into the community, and we really want to see that grow. My responsibility here today, and hopefully I can meet with every one of you, is to talk about that Points Partnership Program, talk about how it can affect you and your business, talk about how it potentially will help see additional revenues coming into the region and into your business throughout the years. We have anticipated that, as Pete had said, over $100 million annually can be spent in the businesses. So if we can become a partner, we can cross-market, we can promote your business along with ours, and we can be a good neighbor to you. So briefly, that's who I am, and that's why I'm here, and I hope to be able to speak to every one of you as we go around today. I'm going to introduce Paul Supernaut.
So I'm Paul Supernaut. I'm the Director of Corporate Purchasing for the Mohegan Travel Gaming Authority. I'm happy to be here today. I like to call our efforts in Palmer practice for review. We got a short time. So a little bit about my job at Mohegan. I oversee the successful spending of $500 million a year. A fun job, right? My wife thinks I sit at home, I sit in the office and look at QVC all day and buy stuff. That's what she thinks. But we keep her in the dark. So what we're here today to talk about is how we do business at Mohegan Sun, and to try to help you understand that we're not a big scary casino company. We really embrace local business, and we have always tried to drive our local business. We have some handouts today that really kind of show you the proof of that in both of our Pennsylvania and our Connecticut markets, how the radius of our spend really is centric around our properties. And we really try to promote that as much as we do. We really love to develop partnerships. We love to develop local business relationships. And based on the nature of what we do and the volume of what we do, it benefits us to have local vendors because we need things when we need them and we can't be buying them from a long distance away. We love to have them close by, and we love to be able to get good partnerships that can help us on a Saturday night at 9 o'clock when we need eggnog. That happened last week, and that's why it was part-time in my head. So today, I have the team with me that Peter so nicely introduced, and we'd like to sit and talk to you a little bit, go through the handout that we have, start to understand a little bit about what you can offer to Mohegan Sun. The beauty of these conversations is that we're already your neighbor, so we can start doing business now. We can start talking about business relationships now. We don't have to be in Revere at a building to do that. We can start doing business now in Connecticut. So we'd like to learn a little bit more about you. We'd like to understand about your business. And we'd like to continue to assist you to understand how casino businesses work and how casino purchasing works. And hopefully try to help you along the process when we get into licensing and understanding some of the requirements that the Gaming Commission are going to have to work. And that's all part of our job because it's a little daunting sometimes for small businesses to understand the license process. So that's what I'm here for today. Look forward to meeting you all. We'll come around and see you and have a great day. Thank you very much.
So it actually becomes kind of unstructured at this point. We kind of go out and work the room here in terms of the different tables. And actually what we're looking at here too is our points program. The pamphlet here, this is just a placeholder, what this is, because as Paul and Tracy indicated, we're in a real rush here to get our RFA2 and our application, and that's December 31st. So and we would appreciate whatever you can do in terms of this. So it's just, and we'll combine, explain the program to you. This is where our customers can go and redeem their points at your business. Then there's also the handout on purchasing that will explain that, what we do in terms of buying locally. And actually in the host community agreement, there are several provisions that are going to be encouragements for us to purchase locally. Something we do already, but there's going to be more of that. And actually I was remiss here because I missed Maria Echeverra, who's actually been part of our working with of the West here for the last 5 years. So she's actually from the Latin community, our Latin HR specialist down there in Mohegan. And actually, I met a number of folks here that actually we have done business with in the past. So in a lot of ways, well, it's like practice, and here we are. So let's get underway. Thanks.